Yeah. So in the previous class, I already told you how to install the all the relevant softwares for like Python application development, like PyCharm, Python, and MySQL, and all the stuff. So I hope you install everybody. So from that step, I'm going to be starting today. Like already, whatever the PyCharm I installed over here, if you're able to see here, it is we can able to see here, right? So I'm just opening this particular PyCharm first. So to work with our Django applications. Okay, one by one, I will explain you. Few seconds. I think it is taking some time. Yeah, anyway, I think it's taking some time. So meanwhile, we can start through command prompt also, as I mentioned already. So same application development, I mean the creation, I mean to say development we can't do by using command prompt. We have to go with the PyCharm only. But like what I can say that like creation of the project we can do in the both the ways. From the command prompt we can do, and from the PyCharm also we can able to do. Okay, so that is like we can able to do in the both the ways. So I want to show you both the ways so that you will get understand. So first I'm opening the command prompt. As you know how to open the command prompt. So cmd, in search you can type the cmd, you can able to open that. Okay, so there already we set the path right yesterday, I mean that while installing the Python, so it will work here directly. And as I mentioned how to install the Django, so pip install Django, that is already we did in the last class only. So now it is time for creating the application, right? So now what I'm trying to do, in D drive, I just go to the D drive. Okay, so under the D drive, like and instead of that to make you simple, in D drive I want to create the project under the something Django projects. So if you are able to see my screen, you can able to easily understand. See, this is the D drive, and under that we have like Django Aurora folder will be there. If you observe here, so in this I want to create the projects. Okay, so two ways, like go to the D drive and click on CD, and what is that? Django Aurora. Okay, so like that we can move to the respective folder CD Django Aurora. Or else if you are not familiar with these commands like CD and all the commands, very simple approach is like open this particular Django Aurora folder and just click on here cmd. Okay, and you can open directly the command prompt by the folder what you are looking for. So both the ways you can able to work on that. It's not like difficult thing. Just here we are using cd command, and here directly we are opening. Okay, but both the ways it will work out. And now if you want to create a project, see here some of the projects already we have here, like one to some 7 to 8 projects are there. Let's take, I just want to create a project with a simple demonstration, like a high project I want to create. Under that I want to create an application, assume that, okay. But don't worry, like I will give you a brief introduction like how the project architecture and everything by tomorrow next class. But before that, just I want to give you an idea how to create and how to run that, okay. Then I will tell you like how the architecture will be and how they're interacting each other. I will explain so that you can easily understand the project structure also. And now if you want to create a project in the Django, so we have a command django-admin, okay. So these commands are very important because through this only we can able to create the Django applications or web applications using Python, okay. So django-admin space start project, okay. So start project and followed by project name, okay. Start project is the command, so followed by project name. What is the project name we want to give? Hi project example, okay. So now when we enter it, so it will create a new project with the name what we given here, the name hi project. So once it is executed successfully, the command what we given here, you can able to see the hi project folder in this particular Django Aurora, okay. So now I think it's already started working on that. See, it's created successfully. If you are able to see here, hi project came here, you got it. So it's not initially there, but now we got the hi project. When you open that, by default it is creating a structure called manage, and after that under the some settings files. So these all files we called configuration files for the web application, and these files we are mostly used for configuration of the respective application, okay. Later on I will explain what is the file, what why we are using and everything. But as of now, by default the system will generate the folder structure like this. So if you have any doubt, ask me as of now. No. Any doubt as of now, all of you? Yeah, fine. So now after this command to be executed, like Django admin start project high project, you need to move to the respective project by using a command called cd as usual. So cd high project, that means we are moving into the project as shown on the screen, like we are moving into the project, okay. So now this manage.py will help you to create the applications within this particular project. So here project means entire project, application means modules like admin module, customer module, like that we can create internal applications, okay. So for that we should use Python. Command is manage.py space start app. Like that you can create any number of apps in a particular project. So I'm just creating customer app, okay. So this is the way of creating the apps. And to start project, at least one app should be there, because at least without one module there is no scope for creating the project, okay. So now if you see within this folder, I'm parallel, I'm showcasing you people. See, once this command executed successfully, you are able to see the customer app here, you see. So now once you open the customer app, again here some files are created by default, like views, test and models, apps, admin. These are all the inbuilt files which are generated by the Python itself. That is the beauty of the Django. So that's why we call Django as a framework. So it is generating all the files which are required for our application development. Just we need to edit them as per our requirement. And the second thing, just you need to add additionally templates. That is what we call HTML files. So that is only the thing you need to do in the Django part, the designing part. Mostly coding part will be generated. We have to edit them as per our requirement, okay. So likewise, how many you want, like it is a customer app we created one, right? Like if you want to use the admin app, assume that I'm just telling, so you can create admin app also. So like that, how many apps you want, how many modules you want include in the project, you can include that many projects. So now you will get in the high project admin app also you can see that once it is executed, yeah, you see you are getting the admin app also. So likewise it is also containing same files again. So how many times you are creating the app, that many times the same folder structure will be created. And now finally if you want to run this project, okay, if you want to see the output of the project what so far you created, so now for that the command is python manage.py start server. So run server, I hope so. We'll see. So now once it is executed successfully without having any syntactical mistakes, but as of now definitely there is nothing is there, so it will create it successfully. Once it is generated everything, you may get an URL like HTTP. See that the URL is generated here. If you observe that 127.0.0.1 followed by 8000. So this is the default server address for the Django application in the Python. So now by this you can able to see the output. Like how means you can go to the Chrome and just you can type the same address what they given like 127.0.0.1 and slash sorry colon 8000. So this is the port number and now you can enter the output what you are getting. See this is the Django application generated. See that if you are able to see, so it is showing the default template or default HTML page which is provided by the Django. Okay, so now if you want to edit it or if you want to customize or if you want to put your own content, now we should use PyCharm. Now through command prompt we can't do these all things. So command prompt will help you to create the project, that's all. But if you want to edit that, if you want to customize that, then we have to go to the PyCharm only. So okay, so these are the commands which generally using in the any PyCharm and it is in the running stage. And if you want to stop this, you can type the Control Z and it will stop automatically. Sorry, yeah, control C, not control Z, control C for exit the application. That means it is stopped. Now if you refresh it, it doesn't work out. It will show that because the site can't be reached. Now once again if you want to see the site again, you need to run the same run server, and once again you have can stop by control C. So likewise we can able to create the application, we can run it, but we can't customize or we can't do the programming over that. So if you want to do the programming, we can go for PyCharm. And in the PyCharm also the same commands whatever shown here you can do that. That's why PyCharm is the best option to do everything in the with respect to project. Command prompt is only suitable for creation, not for what you call customization. But PyCharm can be able to create the project, execute the project, and even customize the project. That's why we are using PyCharm to work with our application. So as of now, if you need out, please ask me. Otherwise, I will go with the next PyCharm version. Feel free to ask the questions, Nana. If you have any questions, please ask me. No issues. All of you. First of all, is it my voice audible to you? Is it my voice audible to you, everybody? Okay, yes, sir, audible. No doubt, sir. Okay, done. Great. So anyway, I'm minimizing this. I'm going back to the PyCharm. Okay. So now see PyCharm. Now anyway, we have one project, right? So first I will show you how to customize it. Then we will create a new project within the PyCharm. Okay. So now open. It will ask you where is your project. I hope you know that, right? In D drive, in Aurora projects, I created the project name, right? So I can go there and I can open that. Whatever just now I created, go to the D drive. Under that, the folder name Django Aurora. So you can able to see here. Yeah, this is the project Django Aurora. Okay. So here I created the project called High project. If you observe that, so this is the folder what I want to open here. If you observe, so trust project, and now you see you will able to see all the project list what we have in the respective folder along with our new project which just now created called High project. Okay, so now we'll see how it is tracking one by one and how to create a new project also. I will explain one by one. Okay, so this is the project what we are looking here. You see that all the basic files are opened here if you observe that. Okay, so just I'm closing everything and I will show you one by one to open that so that you can easily understand. Yeah, close all tabs. Okay, done. Great. And now here if you observe that, okay, it is scanning the files what we are trying to open. Please wait for some time to do that. And after that you need to set the interpreter, because to run this application or to run this particular code we require Python interpreter. So in the command prompt it is already by default is there, but when you go for PyCharm, it is a third party software or external software. We should configure the Python along with the PyCharm. Okay, so for that, just we have to click here, but still please wait. It is indexing all the projects which we loaded just before. Okay, please wait for a few minutes. Yeah, it is done now. So now click on no interpreter. It will show you that what interpreter currently having in my machine. So this is the interpreter what currently having. I'm selecting the respective interpreter. So automatically it will update all the things which is required for the PyCharm. So now we can able to start our work with our projects. Okay, so please wait until that. So if you observe, see that under Django, it's showing all the project list what we have in the respect to D drive. So now under the I want to open the high project, right? This is the project just we created. So click on that project. It will open the respective project on the PyCharm. Yeah, see that under that we can able to see all the list of the projects. So now high project, this is the files what just before we created, right? So now if you want to customize it, yes, we can do the customization also over here. So this is the folder structure what we just now created. Okay, so now once again I want to show you how to create a project from PyCharm itself, so here itself. So then we can understand how to do one by one. Okay, so as of now we understood how to create a project in the command prompt and how to open in the PyCharm. But now I want to create a project in the PyCharm itself, and I want to run it, and I want to customize it. So that three activities I will do one by one in the PyCharm itself. So please wait for few minutes to load everything. But it won't wait for every time like this. No, this is the first time we open the PyCharm, because yesterday only we installed and we are opening first time. So that's why it's taking this much of time to load all the things what required the PyCharm. But when we opening the next time onwards, it doesn't take much this much of time. It will take little time only. Yes, Sinanam. So to create a new project in the PyCharm itself, we have to go to the terminal. If you are able to see the screen below to the window, see terminal will be there. If you are not able to find the terminal here, you can able to see the under view tool windows and under the last one see the terminal. So where also you can find both the ways you can see the terminal window. So it's up to you, like based on your situation whether you are commenting there or here, you can do that. Okay, but this is the way how you open the terminal in the PyCharm. So now once you open the terminal, see by default it is came with Django Aurora as like command prompt just before we open. And now the same command. What is the command? I hope you remember. So what is the first command? Python. Sorry, not the Python. Django. Okay. Hyphen admin. Start project and followed by project name. Let's take project name. I'm taking. Let's take simple example. Yeah. Idea manager. Okay, idea manager I'm taking as a project name. So now enter. So now it will create the project with the name called idea manager, and it will create the same skeleton in the this particular folder structure. Yeah, now you see it's created successfully, and you can able to see here idea manager, right? Just you can refresh it. Yeah, reload from disk, you can check it out. Yeah, see that we got the idea manager. Okay, so open the idea manager, see that idea manager, the project is created and all the internal files will be generated. Okay, so now you want to create an application. Let's take example. So for that we have to give cd idea manager. So the name of the project we have to give. Just a second, I think while it's loading, it is taking time. It's not allowing me to do the work. Yeah, I hope it's worked now. So CD idea manager, it's working now. Okay. So now we want to create an application, right? So for that we have to do the Python manage.py and then startapp followed by application name. So what is the application name? Let's take example. It's idea manager, right? So just I want to create an application like customer. I can say that who will give the ideas, idea maker. Customer also okay. Not an issue. Okay. So now it will create an application called customer under the idea manager. And again, as I mentioned, what are the components which are required to applications, it's generating automatically. Okay. So now if you want to run this application or to check this application really working or not, as I mentioned, what is the command? So Python manage.py and runserver. Okay, so this is the command for executing the application and to see the url. Okay, so now once you click on the run server, it will compile the code and execute the code and it will generate url for your application, so that we can run in the browser to see our output. And as I mentioned, by default if you not configured anything, it will defaultly take the Django web page as a this application page. So now click on the url. So now you can able to see the Django page, see that, but it is a default page. But now in this place, let us assume that you want to create or you want to create your own page. Let's take I want to see the welcome to Django by Satish, assume that. So that is what I'm trying to explain now. So I'm going for back. Okay, so as I mentioned already, see in the customer, see in the project level we won't do anything, in the application level we'll do everything what we require to do. Okay, so here in the application, whenever you want to write your own web page or your own HTML pages, first you need to create a folder called templates. Okay, So under the application, like how many applications you are going to be creating, like admin or customer or whatever the applications, for each application separately you need to create a folder called in this terminology directory. So the directory we have to create templates. So where you will create the all the templates or all the HTML files which are required for our application. Okay. So let's take under the templates. I'm going to be creating a simple HTML file. Okay. So HTML. So name I'm giving just like index, first page name. Just I'm giving index as like, okay. So where it will generate the index file. See that. So now I'm writing h1. Let's take welcome to HTML. Okay. So now what I did, so I did a folder called templates under the application called customer. Why? Because whenever you want to add the HTML pages into the application, you should create a templates folder. Under the templates, I created a simple HTML page called index.html, and where I typed welcome to HTML, not the HTML Django. I'm using the Django. Okay. So now this particular HTML page I want to see when we run this application, like when we are able to see here, right? In this place, I want to see this particular screen. So to do that, you need to map the welcome file, or you need to map the home page, right? So for that, we need to configure the URLs, so that we have in the idea manager. So you can open the urls.py. So where you can see all the URLs what we are mapping. So default, if you observe here, we are having only admin URL. You admin in the sense it is admin, it will redirect to the admin. So again, one more best feature of Django is admin panel is providing by the Django itself. You not to create, like means, so if you are running over here /admin, so see here automatically one login page will come, and where it will redirect to the admin page. See that Django administration. So this is already developed. So just you can consume it and you can use it in your application. No need of creating again admin panel in the Django. That is the one of the beauty. But later on the topic wise I will explain. So now we want to map to the empty page. That means when you enter the that particular default URL, you want to open the index page, right? So for that we should write. So there is a path followed by single quote, open and close, that's all, because empty. Okay. So just you can give the empty, and now comma, we have to define that URL in the views. Okay. So where the views will be here, if you observe that here it is there views.py, where you can map the where to go to the respective home page. So that I'm defining def function, I'm creating open index. Okay. And now open closed semicolon, and here you can write a inbuilt function called return render. Okay. So return render. Okay, sorry, return render. So where the render will take the first object as a request, and this request is default argument for your function. Okay. So request comma template name. So what is the template name we want to redirect here? Index.html. And finally dictionary. If you want to pass some data along with this particular index, I mean that to the index, if you want to pass some data from here, we can pass the data here, but later on I will explain detailedly. But as of now, just understand how to open the our own HTML page in the Django application. So first step I explained, create the templates folder under the application name. Okay. Second, under the templates folder, create one HTML, whatever the name you can mean, it doesn't matter, it's always index. You can give your own name also, but create an HTML where you can type whatever you want to display. Okay. And then we have to go to the views.py under the same application called customer, and write one function in the Python like def open index, where the syntax should be similar to this. Okay. And now this particular function name you should map in the URLs to empty URL. So for that we should write views dot, what is the name of that? Open underscore index. So this we have to write. Similarly, we should give the name also. Name will be index. Okay. And now this views will be in the separate file, and this URLs will be in the separate file. So for that you need to import it. Okay. You need to import that particular views.py from the customer. So you can write from customer import views. That's all. So that means from the customer application, I'm using the views over here in the urls.py, because urls in the idea manager, views in the customers, two different folders. So for that we need to import it. Okay. So now my work is done, Nana. So whenever you are running application, always the URL will be verified here. So now it will try to open the index. So open index, and what is there in the open index? If you observe in that, it's just return render means it will open a page called index.html. So that's why you will see the output of this particular index.html. Okay. So now I just want to see this output. See, if you observe the, if you do some changes on the application, it will do the automatically the compiling. So no need of every time compiling, it will take care automatically. Once it is completed, please wait. Yeah, see that. So now once again the URL is updated. Now you can click on that, or else you can go to the browser and you can refresh it. So now you can able to see welcome to Django instead of that. But I hope the file is not, it's not showing, index.html is not showing over there. Why? So loader, and just second. So the navigation happening correctly only. So return back, yeah, return render request index.html is happening correct, line number 6. So here everything is syntactically correct, but the file is not able to mapping over here, that index.html. Please give me a second. Index.html, it is already there. Is it templates or template? Just give me a second of time. Yes, templates only. Yeah, I think we missed to write in the settings. I hope. So open the settings.py. So I think we should add this application because it is our application. Yeah, that is what we missed. So in the installed apps, it is giving the, as I mentioned, right, admin will be by default will be there, like there some other applications also by default there. So similarly, whatever externally we created, we also mentioned here. So that is what we created, customer app, right? Customer, customer. So this is the application what we created. We'll see what happened once again. Yeah, finally we got it. See that? Welcome to Django. So now if you see, is it really coming from our HTML? Yeah, just you can take the confirmation also. Like see, I'm writing here. Let's take p tag. This is demoed by Satish. Okay, so this is newly I'm adding. Now you can go over there and refresh it. You can able to see that content also. See that this is demoed by Satish. Okay, so like that we can able to create our own web page as part of the Django application. Okay, so see, first time maybe it looks like so much confusion and so much difficulty, but once you habituated, it's very simple comparatively Java or .NET. So Python application development so quick and so easy, but once you understand the fundamentals or the basics of the Django, okay, so the definitely you can easily start over the application development. Okay, but don't worry, the Django, Python, everything will take the classes from next month onwards. But this month my focus is to make you understand how the application will be and how it looks like, because to make you to at least you need to understand, you can explain to the your people as part of internship what you learned or what you are going to be doing, at least to make the such kind of demos and to start this class. But once this is completed next month onwards, again I will detailedly go for one by one. Yeah, anyway, come back to the point. So as of now, once again, I will just revise all the things from starting point and point, so that we are, I think, good at in that case. Then we can go for next one. So first, I created an application by using a command call. Like I will show you one by one also, so that you can easily understand. Okay, step by step I will explain, so that you can just revise all the things once again. So what I did as of now in this application, I'm telling. Okay, first step I did, creation of, okay, creation of django project. Okay, so for that I used the command called django-admin start project followed by project, okay, project name. So this is the first I did. Second, I did the cd followed by project name to move into the respective project. Third, creation of application. Okay, so this is what I did. So for that, what is the command we used? Python manage.py and startapp and appname. So this is the syntax for that. And the fourth one, I just I'm checking that my project is created or well structured or not. I'm to do that, I'm just running the application, run the project. I'm checking that whether it's really created well and good. So for that, I'm using the command manage.py and runserver. Okay, so this is the next step. And fifth one, by default, if you are running this application, it will show the default Django page. But to make it our web page available on the screen, we are using some more steps to create the HTML and along with the other pages. So for that, I'm doing under app folder, create the templates folder. Okay, so that is the first step we did. And the sixth one, under templates folder, create the HTML pages which you require, HTML pages. Okay, and then the next step I did it is uh, go to the settings.py under project. Okay, and add app name in installed apps. That is what I did end of the time. Like in the installed apps, we have a folder where you need to add your app name which you just now created. Likewise, how many apps you will create, that all apps you should include in this particular installed apps. Okay, and then after step is the next step what we used, go to the views.py. Okay, views.py under application, it's not in the project. Okay, application, and create one function to redirect the HTML page. Okay, so that is what we did over here. This is a simple function what I created to navigate to the particular HTML page. Okay, so this is the next step what we need to do here. And the next one here, ninth one is go to the urls.py under project and add the following. Okay, add the following. So here also we added two lines and the urls. One is we are importing the views because it is in the different folder. So this is the line, one line I added over here, and the second line we just map the empty url to the what I call the function which we created in the views. So these two things I added over here. Okay, so now finally once again run the application, you can able to see the output what we have in the HTML page. So this is the flow of the application for the first day, like to create a simple application and to add a HTML page over in the respective application. So as of now, any doubts please ask me. So these are the steps what I explained as of now today. So any doubts please ping me, any doubts. And as of now the default url for this particular pycharm is, so here url is this one. So this is for everyone will come same only, because the Django is following the same structure for everyone. Okay, so any doubts as of now? Okay, good. So for today, I'm closing now. So for today, you mean that tomorrow you have to try these steps like create a project and try to create an application and try to do these all steps. And if you still have any doubts, ping me in the WhatsApp, or else the next class you can ask me the doubts. I will explain. So next class I will tell you the same thing once again by extending little more functionality like navigating from one HTML to another HTML, and also if I want to send some data like form or some read some data, so how to do in the Python we'll explain in the next class. Okay, so I will share this all the content and as well as the video in the YouTube. So in the video description I will put all these points, you can go through that. If you still, sorry, if you still have any what do you call questions, you can ask me or you can ping me. So